After a decade, which is easily half his life, of drawing his alternative weekly comic Big Fat Whale, Brian McFadden was hired by the New York Times about a year ago to start doing a comic strip for the Sunday Week in Review, which I assume many, if not most of you, have seen. And he therefore has the most enormous, smartest audience in the country, of which we are all deadly jealous. Brian. And he is not the guy who's the whore.
Thanks. I'm not a whore yet. I might be. I'm here to talk about Romney Care. That's why I'm here. I'm from Massachusetts. I live there. I just send my cartoons to New York, and I have health insurance thanks to Mitt Romney. So I'm from Massachusetts, and Mitt Romney has been a source of my jokes for a long time. An example is a cartoon I did for the Boston Phoenix. The jokes aren't that great. They're all local humor. I was 26, and I did this cartoon for beer money, so it's not very good. But I got to draw Mitt in his underwear and on the State House. But I'm really here to talk about this. This is Romney Care. It's actually called Commonwealth Care because he's kind of afraid to put his name on it. As an all-weekly cartoonist, I made very little money, and I qualified for the public option of Massachusetts healthcare, and I was able to continue doing freelance work without the worry of having to get a real job. So I was able to do very stupid cartoons and plot away for a decade, thanks to having this thing. And my premium at the time was $0. So that was awesome, and Mitt Romney is very amazing for giving me health care. I'm going to stress that point a lot. Mitt Romney, I'm his #1 fan when it comes to health care. And so while I was doing All Weekly Comics, I got to do such highbrow stuff, comics like this. This one's called Republican Whisper Campaigns. I don't know, I guess you can all read it, right? This was at the start of the primary campaign, which was the most fun part. Once the primaries were done, it got pretty boring. And I just love making fun of him because he's, besides the healthcare thing, he's pretty gross. And Tim Pawlenty, I remember he was in there for like a month. Michelle Bachmann, As being an all-weekly is we have editors, but they pay us so little, they don't bother to tell us what to do. So I get to do pretty gross stuff. And this is just the middle of the comic. Because Huckabee was rumored to be in it, so I just wanted to make a Huckabee joke. And this one was it's nothing grosser than the words that are coming out of, or that came out of Newt Gingrich's mouth during the whole primary thing. I think the food stamp dog whistle stuff was worse than drawing to what I did to that poor pig. And in the weeklies, I censored this for this because I don't know if there might be kids here, and I don't want to be that guy who shows them how to spell it. I can say it, but so that's what I was doing, and I actually did this the month when the Times asked me to do the Sunday Review strip, which they named. I didn't come up with that name, but I was doing stuff like this and not making any money, but because I had health care that Mitt Romney gave me, subsidized, supporting this work, thanks to that great man, Willard Mitt Romney, helped produce this. And the money that I got for it as a small businessman helped me build that. I spent that $20 buying beer in Massachusetts, helping another small local craft brewery who built that. And yeah, so thanks to him, I was able to get this ridiculous job. Yeah, and I try to make fun of him as much as I can in there now, especially that, I mean, he's everywhere, and it's pretty easy, because he's goofing up all the time. But yeah, since Mitt Romney is leaving the details of his taxes to Americans' imagination, we present Mitt's speculative financial fiction. And I did this a while ago, like in the summer, when it was like, oh, when's he going to do it? And I was like, all right, he'll do it like before the convention. But he still hasn't, so this is relevant, and I'm very grateful to Mitt Romney for doing that. So a vast network of his money vaults are equipped with money elevators that keeps his fortune in subterranean tax havens, which also employ undocumented mole men. And when he was running for governor, I don't really remember the Senate campaign. Sorry, old people. I was 12. But when he ran for governor, yeah, he had undocumented yard workers that he didn't know about. But they weren't mole men. They were actual human beings who were here undocumented. He spent millions searching for his childhood sled, one of the last vestiges of his humanity. It was on the roof of your limo the entire time, sir. I always forget what I put up there. He threw pennies at laid-off employees and counted them as charitable deductions. That might not be true, but it feels true from all the Bane stuff that we've been hearing about. And that was just fun to draw, because, oh, he's such a dick. And he bought a majority stake in Aquafresh just to avoid a drawn-out trademark infringement lawsuit. Like, I don't claim to be the best graphic design person, but the Obama logo is nice. Like, it looks like a nice, refreshing beverage. That just makes you think of cleaning your teeth. He does have good teeth, though. Much better than mine. He owns hundreds of stars and gave them all silly names. I'll call that one Trug. Now, the original version I submitted to the Times, I'll call that one Tag. And they're like, yeah, you can't just make fun of the one. So I made up a fake Romney-ish sounding name. An undetermined amount of its overseas holdings are tied up in rhinestones on the Micronesian island of Yap. That would be cool. Like, you think if he spent his money on like weird Indiana Jones shit, like that would be better than just like doing Cayman Island stuff. But most of his fortune is a CGI illusion crafted by George Lucas's Industrial Light and Magic. I also wrote a dialogue. No wonder it sounds so stilted. Taxes are coarse, like sand. However, freedom is soft. But Mitt Romney, I didn't mean to give Lucas credit for making Mitt Romney sound like that, because that's how he does sound. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to say that even though I'm in the New York Times, I still qualify for Romney Care, the greatest health care in any state-run government program. Yeah, but I'm making a little bit more money, and I'm spending it all in Massachusetts, the greatest state that Mitt Romney was ever governor of. And yeah, I have a PCP, and he tells me not to spend that money on cheeseburgers and the primary care physician. And I'm very grateful to Mitt Romney for making sure I don't die. Thank you.